We are waiting for to go onto the ferry. Doesn't look like we're far away now. So as you can see, we've got a bit of blue sky up here, but as we look down this way where we're going, look at that beauty, big black one over there, and also over this other side you can see them coming up over there as well. So I think once the ferry pokes its nose out round the corner, we're in for a bumpy ride. We'll see how that goes. I'll come back to you later. We are heading out. All nice and smooth at this point. It's not going to last. So, a couple of tugs over there pushing the Costco shipping boat in, shipping ship in. There's the wharf. You can see there are lots of white caps out there. They'll be coming up the harbour. So once we poke our nose around the corner, things will be a little more interesting. But it is very much a mix of blue sky and cloud. So I'll be quite happy if it stays that way for the next 4 hours or so. We'll see. At the moment, the ferry is just in the lee of this island, and so a second ago I was having trouble standing up, almost, but and once we poke our nose around the corner here, it's being out here is not going to be a good plan. We're still heading out into Cook Strait as such, coming around the southern end of Wellington that you can see in the distance there. And you can probably tell from the waves that we have already turned slightly off, going directly south. If I come this way a bit, you can see those waves are on a bit of an angle now, because we need to turn and go northwest in order to get up to the South Island. Well, where we need to enter the South Island anyway. So I'm on the lee side of the boat, and definitely it's moving around a bit more. The swell looks about, I'm going to say, between 2 and 3 meters. I mean, Cook Strait's notorious, and it could be, you know, 4 to 6 easily, and we still might hit something a little more significant than what we are experiencing at the moment. So far it's a bit of fun and people are smiling, enjoying it. We'll see how long that lasts. I'm going to try and head out the front. We'll see how that goes. Sorry? Bloody rough. Oh, it gets a lot worse than this.
Oh, I know. rain to have got rid of the salt off the window.
Oh, yeah.
Co? Tam nie ma. Jeszcze nie przychodziłem teraz. Zobaczyć. Może weź te rzeczy już tam sobie łazić z tym, bo teraz... No ale chodzi o to, żebyśmy się mogli łazić. Zaraz zobaczymy. Będzie związane. Tylko zobaczyć.
There's a gap down there that we came through, heading up this way, and we are very much now back facing into the southerly, but because we're in Torrey Strait, we're protected from the worst of the weather, from the perspective of the swell anyway. But that wind is nasty cold. But there is sunshine. I'm now on the kind of the lee side of the boat, so our direction is probably southwest, and so the southerlies are on the lee side. Here you can see I'm expecting those mussel farms there. Don't think they'd be oysters, more likely mussels. It's hard to imagine how rough it was out in the strait. We're now in Pelora Sound, and there is some sun on the hills. Very pretty. But as you can see by the water here, there's still a fair southerly coming up through here. Another bit is about to hit us. We're negotiating our way into the dock. All the sideways thrusters going to push the boat around. Getting a little help from our friends. From my perspective at least, it's always good to be on the other side of a ferry trip across Cook Strait. I'm not the best sailor, but cyclazine is a wonderful thing, and I enjoyed the trip, even if I did get a bit damp at one point. Having left the ferry at Picton, we continued our journey southwest towards Nelson. We travelled via Mahal Sound, then on to Havelock, where we joined State Highway 6, and continued through Pelorus Bridge in the Rye Valley. The drive was pleasant, but we were running out of day and needed to get to our accommodation at Cable Bay, just north of Nelson, at an appropriate time. The reason we were a bit behind schedule was because the ferry was delayed by the headwinds it encountered coming south, which meant we were late into Picton. As you can tell from the video, the first section of the road is quite windy and had quite a number of stop-go sections along the way, with road repairs from various weather events that they've experienced over the previous several years, really. There is a small peninsula just east of Havelock that protrudes out into Mahal Sound. Towards the northern end of the peninsula, there is a lookout over the sound. I'll include some photos at the end of the video. There are a number of bushwalks you can do around here, but they will also need to wait for next time. For the next minute or so, you can just enjoy the time lapse of the journey. We have come to the end of our second day. Tomorrow, or the next video from your perspective, will be in and around Nelson. I hope you've enjoyed the journey so far, and I'll see you next time. Bye.